Ooh, big times, big times. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Danny here. Of course, you know what the title is. Well, I assume you do. And I think you know what we're going to be talking about. Sorry, I've lost something. Okay, I've lost that. Okay. Oh, there it is. Yeah, worlds. Well, the world of Pokemon is changing. If you are competitive, that is, the world of Pokemon is changing. If you're not competitive, then it's not changing for you. But hey ho, each their own. The Pokemon Company, we can see here from X. I'm just going to move this over there while I do this. I'm just going to watch again as well. I know you can't hear it, but I can hear it. It's annoying me. Yeah, so the 2025 Pokemon Championship Series season is just around the corner. Learn more about the upcoming changes and check out the first wave of event locations to best prepare for your competitive journey. Now, there's a lot of big changes. That is one of the smaller changes. If you can say changes anyway, that's one of the smaller updates. And I'm just going to flip you over now to this. If I do, nope, sorry. I'm trying to be good at OBS and failing. There we go. I'm pretty bad at OBS. Here we are. So this is on the Pokemon official page. This is their news page. If I remember, I'll put a link to it below in the description. 2020. We're going to start by reading together. It's a read along. All right. So read along with Danny here. Let's see how well I can read a website that I've never read. 2025 Pokemon Championship Series update. Learn about the changes coming to the 2025 Pokemon Championship Series and prepare for your competitive journey this season. So there is big changes. I think it's fair to say that the current format or system, should we say, was not sustainable. It was, yeah, it's a big influx. It's a big drive to go to the World Championships, and without spoiling too much, it feels like they're trying to make the World Championships feel a little bit more exclusive. And we're going to go into details about how they're doing that, whether we agree with it or not. Yeah. After another exciting season of battles across the Pokemon TCG, Pokemon video game, and Pokemon Go, we are ready to announce a suite of changes. Or is that suite of changes? Suite of changes to the 2025 circuit that include adjustments to the World Championships qualification system, championship points. I'm not doing very well, am I? CP updates and more. The 2025 Pokemon Championship Series will run from July 2024 to May 2025. So get ready. It is today the 27th. It is my birthday on the 29th. So please do wish me a happy birthday. I'll be 32. If you can believe it. Literally, if you can believe it. I've had a few people say that they think I'm mid to late 20s. So you got to take that, right? If you're in your 30s, you know you got to take things like that. With the exception of the 2025 North America International Championships and the 2025 Pokemon World Championships. Okay, so the season runs to May, so from July to I'm already a little bit confused because back in my day, I've just said I'm 32 now. When I used to play 04 to 13, I'm pretty sure the season started in September and then would end in like August time or whatever when the Worlds were. That with the academic year, and it kind of makes sense when they changed to the junior, seniors, masters. They never used to. It used to just be ages, right? So you could be mid-season, and then you move from 11 to 14 up to 15 plus, and it's like, well, what's going on here? So it would make sense to just move with the academic year, but it doesn't look like they want to do that. So they're going to just keep shifting the start and finish date of their seasons, which is kind of crazy. And then why even stipulate that it's going to run between that time apart from the NAIC and, I mean, Worlds? It makes sense, right? You have a cutoff and you say, right, this is it. You're either in the Worlds or you're not. And then Worlds happens, right? End of season. But now it's like cut off, then it's NAIC, then it's the World. Well, it's kind of strange. Anyway, more information regarding Pokemon. I don't care about Unite. Sorry, everyone who plays Unite, but no. The qualification system for the Pokemon World Championships is changing for the 2025 season. In 2025, a set number of players from each rating zone, age division, and game will earn an invitation to the Pokemon World Championships based on their championship points leaderboard standings. This update applies to Pokemon TCG, video game, and Go players. Most recently, invitations were based on a fixed CP threshold. Yep, so that's what we have at the moment, where in the UK or Europe, we have to get to 500 CP to get an invite. Players need to accumulate to receive an invitation. In addition to the players who qualify via championship points, individual top performers at major events will earn automatic invitations to the Pokemon World Championships. Brilliant. So if you win regional special championships, will receive an invitation on the top 4 finishers from each international. Cool. So win a regional, you're in Worlds. Win a special event, you're into Worlds. Come top 4 in an international, you're into Worlds. That's pretty good. I like that. I do like. I much prefer the system of win this tournament and then you get an invite to the next exclusive tournament. I like that, because again, back in my day, I'm sorry, I've said this ad nauseum. I'm going to say it again. I am one of those people that wears his nostalgia rose tinted glasses. But we used to win a cities, get an invite to nationals, win nationals, get an invite to worlds. Right, that was like sort of the process. In addition to the players who qualify, oh no, I've just read that. If I just read that, regional special championships will receive an invitation, and the top 4 finishers. Okay, yeah. Invites earned through this method will not count against the total invitation slots for that player's rating zone. Okay, cool. So when we get to the rating zones in a minute, well, we can see here US and Canada at the bottom of the page, 125, 125 players, and then there's going to be extra players. So we can see in a moment the total number of players at Worlds. Yeah, we can just work that out. We can actually work out pretty much well, how many regions are there? I don't know. We can guesstimate. As the Pokemon Championship Series continues to grow, this adjustment will provide a variety of long-term benefits. This includes balancing player qualification across all rating zones to foster diverse competition, ensuring that, excuse me, ensuring that we are prepared to provide the best competitor experience possible at the Pokemon World Championships, and better supporting the growth of the Pokemon Championship Series as a whole. Okay, so that's sort of your jargon paragraph. That's the big wigs sat in the office trying to justify what they're doing. We also look forward to sharing more about a Championship Points season reward program for trainers who show great dedication to the Play Pokemon program, which will operate similar to a fixed CPU threshold for them. Okay, so that's just I kind of zoned out then. We look forward to sharing more about a Championship Points system reward program for trainers who show great dedication to the Play Pokemon program, which will operate similar to the fixed CP. Cool, so make sure when you go to regionals, when you go to your ICs, you go there with your, get your Switchblade, get your Stanley knife in hand, make sure you got your Pikachu plushie premium edition, of course. You don't want to be turning up with that cheap Wish knockoff, and you just commit blood to the God Pikachu to show your dedication to the Play Pokemon program so that you might earn an extra 5 CP, which can get you to the World Championships. That's what you need to do. That is what you need to do. Okay, let's have a look. Age divisions. Juniors in the US and Europe, you're going to get 75 players from each. Latin America, you got 50. Oceania, you got 10. Middle East and South Africa, you've got 5. We're not including Asia here, which kind of, it's about time that they just joined. They just sort of become part of the amorphous blob that is TPCI, isn't it? Seniors, you're getting 100 in the US and Canada and Europe. It seems kind of wild, actually, that let's do this with. Oh no, we're not. No, we're not. Yeah, let's do this. Let's Google. Let's Google map. What's happened here? That's not Google. That's Gafoo. That's Gafoo. Map of Earth. Now, that'll do. That'll do. Now, you can't really tell here. If we open image in a new tab, right? It's hard to tell, but the United States is actually very big, and Alaska, and Canada is really big as well because of the way that a map because the Earth is a ball, it's a sphere. The gradient lines don't properly show the sides. I mean, and that's the big problem, more so in the southern hemisphere when you get towards Africa, because although it looks like the United States barely fits into Africa twice, it's actually America in Africa. Have a look at this. Let's see if we can. Here we go. That's pretty much what we're looking at. This should give you an idea about what I'm trying to say. Let me just bear with me. I know I rant. I know I go off on tangents. I know. But look, there's the United States up there. China, huge. India, huge. Eastern Europe, Italy, Germany, France, Spain. Right. So Africa's huge, but it doesn't look huge on the map just because of the way the lines are. Like, it doesn't properly show when you do that, right? The United States and Canada combined is a very, very big patch of land. I think that's a far bigger patch of land than Europe, right? So what I'm trying to say is if you're in America, you've got the same amount of places in masters, seniors, and juniors as we have in Europe. I think, how would you, player to place ratio is going to be far weaker. It's going to be far more difficult for you as an American player than it is for us in Europe. Although I don't that just because the place is bigger and the population is more doesn't necessarily mean that there are more players. So without that data, I'm not going to waste any more of your time searching through that. It's just, you know what I mean, right? You're pegging on to what I'm spitting here. Latin America, you get 100 spots. That seems like quite a lot. I don't know how many players are there in Latin America. A genuine question. I just don't know. It just, if you say off the top of your head, oh yeah, Latin America, it's like, oh yeah. Is it big over there? I mean, I'm not saying it's small, but is it like big? Because if it is, why do their regional streams suck? Like, I'm sorry, but they're just not of the same caliber as what they do. The big production. You know what I mean, right? You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be rude. Just, Australia, you get 20 people in Masters. I mean, it's just an insult at this point, isn't it? Australia, like Oceania, sorry, excuse me. Middle East and South Africa get 10. Cool. Have looked. I don't think there's much Pokemon going on in Dubai. I did look because apparently it's a nice place to live, and I'm always up for rocking the boat. What's that here? VG. Yeah, I don't care about that. In conjunction with the new World's qualification system, CP tables have been realigned for greater parity across games. Best finish limits, kickers, and prizing have all been updated for clarity. See below for a full CP table that encompasses Pokemon TCG, VGC, and Go. So this is going to be the whole shebang here. BFL best finish limit. So that means if you did 10 of these competitions, you only get X. All right, so pretty easy. League Challenge, you get 4. League Cup, you get 4. VGC Global Challenge, you get 3. Whatever that is, not too bothered. We've got the kickers here, so if you get more participants, then you get more people get more points, right? So challenges. For winning a challenge, you're going to get 15 points. For coming second at a challenge, you're going to get 12 points as long as there's 4 competitors. If you come third at a challenge and fourth at a challenge, you get 10 points, assuming there are 8 competitors. If you come 5th to 8th and there are 17 competitors, you get 8 points. Yeah, you get the idea, right? 6 and then 4. So the most amount of players you can get in a challenge is 32. I don't know what happens if you do get a 33rd player. I don't know if that's ever happened. It might have happened in the UK, at least where I am. We don't get locals that big. All right, we just don't. I don't think I've done a League Cup with 32 players in it. So there you go. I mean, can you imagine? I know in America you do get this, duking it out with like 64 players to earn 50 CP. That's just brutal. That is brutal. I mean, because in a minute we're going to look at regionals. To get 50 CP, you don't have to do that well at regionals. I think I did day 2. I came top 64. I think I got 50, and it was almost. I wouldn't say it was easier, but it was like. It feels like less work. Let's just say that. It feels like less work. Okay, let's just move on. So cups. So challenges and cups, you're still getting 15 and 50 for the win. And I think if you look at the fact that you've only got 125 players in Europe, for example, just assume that if you're not winning 4 cups and 4 challenges, you are never, ever, ever going to get enough points to get into the World Championships. All right, just make that assumption right now. That's got to be the case. I'm putting my foot down. This is my hand. I put my hand down on it and saying that now. In order to, if you want to chase the world's dream to go and play at the World Championship, you need to win 4 challenges and 4 cups before you've even thought about anything else. All right, you need to do that first. So it's going to get hungrier. It's going to get more bloodthirsty. I mean, that is if you really treat the World Championships as a thing that you really want to do. All right, VGC, whatever. What is this now? 2025 championship points, championship events. This is where it gets quite interesting. So best finish limit 6. Now there's been some disparity. I don't want to spoil it. I watched Andrew Mahone, and I'm pretty sure that he assumed that that's 6 regionals and special events, and no limit on internationals, right? What has been confirmed? Let me just set this up because I'm going to spoil it. I've set it up to spoil it. I'm just going to spoil it. Let me get OBS back up. Let me move OBS to the other monitor, and then let me do that. There we go. TableMon. I have confirmed this 100% with TPCI. Best finish. Oh Christ. Oh. Oh God, the Pokemon Company are taking me out. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. Best finish limit tier applies across all of a player's finishes in special, regional, and international championships in each qualifying period. So, what does that mean? I thought the camera was on that screen over there, but it's over here. So I'm going to flick my vape at you. What that means is that you get 6 big tournaments. You get 6, including your ICs. Now, I think currently you get 6 regionals and special events, and you get unlimited ICs. I think that's the case. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's the case. But that is a change in. So, regionals. Win a regional, you get 350 points. But it doesn't matter because you've got an invite to the World Championship. So why even put points there? Makes no sense unless there's stipend stuff. Okay, that's where it gets really complicated. But if you're an idiot like me, it doesn't matter. You win regionals, you get your invite. Who cares about the points? Give me no points. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Right? Internationals, you get 750. Same applies. Top 4. So in an international, you can get 750. You can get second is 700. Third to fourth is 650. Top 8 you're talking 600 to 750 points, and then top 16 you're getting 400. Yeah, so it drops. You only have to be in the top 1,024 players to get some points. But again, if you're chasing the World's Invite, now that there are basically no slots left, there's very little slots. We were going to work it out, weren't we? So 125, 250, 350, 370, 380. Have I done that right? Let's do that again. Let's just double check. 10, 30, 130, 255, 380. Yeah, through 300. 1, 2, 3, 350. Yeah, 380. 380, right? So 380 places. Plus you got your regionals, there's 6 of them, and your ICs. So potentially, oh no, wait, that's not how it works. No, there's, how many regionals do we get? Like 10? We're looking, and then you've got Japanese players. So we're potentially looking at about 400 players, maybe just over 400 players for the World Championships in the Masters division of TCG. Yeah, and in order to get there, you're going to need to grind hard now, guys. You're going to need to work hard. Yeah, if you're going to a regional and you're getting 80 CP out of it, well, you're not getting a lot, really. All right. Do you know what? I attended 2 big big competitions this year. You have to with this you have to attend 6. You have to just assume that everybody else in Europe or United States or Latin, whatever, is going to attend all the majors they can in order to be in their top X cutoff, right? You have to assume that. So if you want to go to the World Championships, you need to save your pennies now, stop buying Pokemon cards, and then just play the same one deck for the whole season at all over all different walks and breadths of planet Earth. Go to Alaska and play whatever, win a cup, it doesn't matter. Get your points in, and then come to the World Championships and then realize that you can't afford the World Championships. That's where it's going, right? VGC don't care. Booster packs. Okay, so there's more booster packs. Players will receive Pokemon TCG booster packs for competing in Pokemon TCG video game and go. I always found that weird. Like, you never touched a Pokemon card. You win regionals. Now you've got, 4 boxes? Okay, thanks. I guess I'll just have these 4 boxes. The number of booster packs earned is based on individual placement. Pricing dependent on the attendance of the event is referred to as a kicker. We're expanding the booster pack prize kicker in 2025 season. Cool. So it looks like, I didn't even see that there. It looks like you just get more, which is great because I came, like I said, top 64 in Liverpool, and I got 18 packs. I got half a box. We would have been this threshold here, so I would have got a booster box. So they've doubled that, which is nice. If you get more than 2,050 players, you're even going to get 9 boosters, even if you sucked a bit and you were 512th place, right? So that's cool. Really cool. I would love to sit down and work out exactly how many booster packs that is, but I'm not that. So someone do that. Put that in the comments for me. Please put that. So you got 200. What's that then? You would go 512 minus that number, and then you times that by 9, and that would cover that threshold. And then you do this. Yeah, okay, you can do it. I might do that. Actually, it might be quite funny to do that. Anyway, cash prizes are also on the line at regional, international, and world championships. Last year saw a substantial increase, and we're maintaining these prize values. Cool. Dependent on the age, 18 years or older, award of 5,000. Okay, let's just. I'm skimming now. I shouldn't be skimming. Cash prizes are also on the line at regional, international, and world championships. Last year saw a substantial increase, and we're maintaining these prize values for the 2025 season. The format of each prize is dependent on the age of the recipient, 18 years of age and older. Awards of 5,000 or more, choice of scholarship or cash. Awards under 5 grand, you get cash. You don't get to choose. What is scholarship? What does that do? I mean, it always used to be that the prizes were in scholarship back in the day, but I never actually questioned what that was. Does that mean you pay for my uni degree? I mean, I don't have one, but awards of 5 grand or more, choice of scholarship or Pokemon. Oh, under 18, Pokemon Visa. Yeah, you can't give money to minors. It's funny because in the UK you can actually get a mortgage at 16. You are allowed to move out. Like 16 is our US 18 kind of. I mean you can't drink, but you can. Yeah, you can do stuff. You can live in your own house, but you're not allowed to buy a knife at the supermarket. It's kind of wild. Okay, right. Regionals, you're still getting 10 grand. Yep, 7th, 2nd, 5th, 3rd, 3 grand, 2 grand, 1 grand. Still no money for top 64. Oh well. Internationals, you're getting 25 grand to win. Yeah, 15, 10, 7, 5, 3, and 2 grand at top 64. Worlds, 50 grand, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, top 32. No top 64 for Worlds. I suppose it is a smaller competition. And they can now really mitigate far more about how many players are in. Whereas right now, if you get your points threshold, you're just in. So there's a limit, but it's kind of an unchecked limit. You know, it was like, oh, we'll just do this and just assume that the good players will naturally filter. When actually, it's quite possible, and I know this happens, that if you've got a little group of you and you're traveling around a lot to locals and stuff specifically, and you're getting points that way, it's going to be highly likely that you're going to draw up against someone in the finals of like a cup, and you've already got your invite, and you just scooped your opponent who is like 100 points off their invite, and yeah. VGC, don't care. International, is that VGC? Yeah, skip that. Pokemon Go, you get more for Go than you do. No, you don't. They get 30 grand? Oh yeah, wait, we get 50. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That makes sense. That's good. Yeah, TCG players work harder. It makes sense. Right. Now we're getting into the weeds. International Championships travel prize updates. We're also making updates to travel prizes for qualifying players in the 2025 season. We are expecting the travel rewards program. We are expanding the travel rewards program to Pokemon Go. You didn't get it before? Sucks to be you. And I've also added new prize tiers for TCG, video game, and Go players that provide priority registration for top participants. Cool. So they're keeping the thing where if you're a really good player, then you get priority into the next really good. I say that's a good thing, but that's kind of annoying now because, like we just established earlier, your regionals are far more important and your ICs are far more important now because if you have a bad finish, then it's just a complete waste of weekend. It's a waste of money. So you need every single regional to count in order to get those 6 best finishes that you can. So if you do really, really well in one, you just guaranteeing yourself into the next one, and then it's kind of a snowball. I mean, I'm only saying it because I'm salty that I'm not in the upper echelon of players, but is getting all these extra goodies. But it's still kind of annoying. Right, let's have a look. TCG. This is the only one we care about. We don't need that. If you are traveling out of region and you're 18 plus, you're gonna get first to fourth place finish. You get 3,500. Okay, but if you win the IC, you don't need it because you've already got your invite, unless that can be used for Worlds, in which case banging. And also, can you double up? we'll read ahead and see if any of these questions get answered. Okay, so let's see, TCG in region, you get $2,000 to help you out. If you're under 18, you get 2,500. Okay, 8th place, you're getting $1,000 either way. 9th to 16th, you're getting 1,000. 17th to 32nd, you're getting the priority registration. So if you place top 32 at a regional, you're getting priority registration into the next one that you want to do. So this is really important here. So it's going to be important to at least get top 32 at every international competition. And I'm saying international, I'm including regionals because ultimately they're called a regional, but it's not. It's an international, right? You can travel to them. It's an international. So if we go back up for a sec, look at the points. That's not points. Okay, top 32, 125 points. Times 125 points by 6. You can't see it because of OBS, but I'm getting a calculator up. 125 times 6. No, that's minus 6. Start again. 125 times 6. 750 points. So if you place top 32 in 6 regionals only, 750 points. Is that going to be enough to get you to the World Championships? Well, let's factor in leagues. 4 times 15. I don't need a calculator for that. It's 60. So let's add 60. 810. 4 cups. You've got to win them. 4 times 50. I don't need a calculator for that. We're adding 200. 1,010. Okay, so we're at 1,010 points. I predict that your bare minimum to even be considered to play in the Pokemon TCG World Championships 2025 is 1,010 CP. Minimum. I haven't even factored in ICs into that. All right. There's potential here. I mean, because top 32 for an IC is 350 points. All right. So every 125 points, just go ahead and make that 350 instead. Right. I mean, well, you only have 6. I think there's more than 6 regionals, right? That go on throughout the year, but there's only going to be 3 internationals. So you could make that. Yeah. What's that? 1,000. That's 1,000 of. Wait, what? 7. Yeah, 700, 1,050. So if you just go to all 3 ICs and top 32, you're actually going to get more points just from doing that than you are getting top 4 cups, top 4 challenges. 4 wins at a challenge, 4 wins at a cup, and top 32 at 6 regionals. Right? Just go and place top 32 in 3 internationals, and you'll get more points. What I just said about the minimum 1,000, forget about it. It's bull. All right, you're gonna need more like 1,100, more like 1,100 points at a guess. I'm not gonna do the maths now, but that's just my guess. All right, now let's go back. I don't know where I was. I'm getting hyped. It's very hot in this room, by the way. We're moving house, but for now, this is my house. I've been here since 2021, and it is so well insulated. And we are in the peak British summer. That's 26 scorching Celsius for us. That's a lot. We don't do air conditioning over here. Don't need it. What the hell? Open a window, you slag. Anyway, to ensure that there are no delays, Super Travel Awards players should check to make sure the information on their Play Pokemon accounts is accurate and up to date. Fine. Adjusting Swiss tournament format and top cut. Okay, so this is once again where it's going to get interesting. Similar to the 2024 World Championships, shifts to the Swiss tournament format and method for determining which players advance to the top cut will continue throughout the rest of the 2025 series. Okay, so shifts to the Swiss tournament format and methods. Okay, so for special championships, regionals, internationals, and worlds, Pokemon TCG and video game tournaments will be played in a more conventional Swiss round count plus an additional round rather than the modified version of the Swiss format used in recent seasons. I think what we're talking about here is getting rid of bubbling. I think the resistance thing. So I did again. I watched some of Andrew Mahone's video where he talked about it, saying that there's no bubbling anymore. I mean, let's just take like Liverpool have 1,500 players, so we're down in this threshold. Total Swiss rounds goes down to 12 from 15. Okay, 8 on day 1, and you only need 18 points now. And day 2, you get 4 rounds rather than 5. Yeah, whereas before it was 9 and 5. 9 and 5. If we have a God help us, get an 8,192 player tournament. You get 14 rounds in total, which is actually the same amount as what we do currently. 9 rounds day 1 and 5 day 2, and you need 21 points. So Jesus. So actually, yeah, interestingly, on a 14 round tournament, the old 6-1, no 6-2-1 and 6-1-2 does not get you in. You need to do better than that. It's getting cutthroat out here, guys. You need to spit shine your Pokeballs and get ready to rock and roll. If you're in it, you got to be in it. Otherwise, you're just fodder. You're just fodder for Azul. Swiss round breakdown details tournaments for fewer than 33 participants will be clarified. Yeah, who cares? I mean, okay, we do care because I just have no into a cup. But whatever, you just win every game, don't you? After all Swiss rounds are complete, the top 8 competitors plus all competitors with the same number of match points as 8th place, so maximum of 32, will advance into an asymmetric top cut single elimination bracket to determine the winner of the event. Interesting. So, is there ever a mathematical situation where you can have more than 32? That's the first question. Does anyone out there do that? I don't know. Ask someone who does the maths on it. I do. I've done enough maths, enough maths, to get me through an electrical apprenticeship. That's it. Okay, so it's like it's not this math, right? I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and ponder it. Overall, this change to Swiss will promote more streamlined tournament days to improve both the flow of the event and potential daily fatigue. Of course, there's daily fatigue. It's a sport, though. It's part and parcel of the sport. I mean, when I used to compete internationally in Taekwondo, yeah, getting tired was actually a really big part in whether or not you could even be successful at the tournament. If you fight in two matches, that's 2 times 3 2-minute rounds. All right, if you're absolutely hanging out your ass and the other guy's not, you're probably just going to get smashed, and that's your fault for not training hard enough. Should Pokemon be the same? I'm not saying it should. I'm just saying it is part of it. So now the requirements to compete at the top level of an international changes a little bit, and that's okay. We just have to work with the rules that we've got. So now they don't want as much daily fatigue, which is fine. For Top Cut, this update allows competitors a way to better advance in a tournament based on their skills while reducing factors that are partially out of their control, such as the opponent's match win percentage. Yeah, so it doesn't say it's getting rid of it, just reducing. All right, so we're reducing factors such as percentages. Okay, cool. So we're going to have a top 32 cut these days instead of a top 8. Interesting. At home competitions, this only covers Scarlet and Violet and Unite. Oh my god, just go away. Regional and special events. All regional championships and special championships are planned to feature the Pokemon TCG video game and Go. Regional championships main event will take place on Saturday and Sunday. Event listings that include a Friday date feature side events and smaller competitions on that day. Yeah, we didn't get that, I don't think, in Liverpool. We just sort of rocked up and then off we go. Special championships award the same number of championship points as a regional, but all other rewards are at the discretion of the event organizer. I think there's like legal stuff, like they're not allowed to give out money or something. The event schedule will be updated as more events are announced. So far, I've got Dortmund. There's not many UK ones. Oh, no, sorry, there's no UK ones. There's France. I've got Lille, Poland. Okay, there are some European ones. There's no. There's another one. Germany. Got Stuttgart and Dortmund. 2 in Germany. None in the UK yet. Come on, guys. Come on. We are an island. Would prefer not to have to get on a plane or a boat or that weird train that goes under the Channel Tunnel. I don't really want to do that. I want to go via car in daylight to my event. International Championships schedule. The International Championships return to their host cities from the 2024 season. Cool. So we are getting EYC once again in London, Huzzah. The Latin American International Championships take place in Sao Paulo, Brazil. London will play host to the Europe Internationals in February. Oh, it's in February. It wasn't in February this year. It was in April, wasn't it? I think it was in April. A couple of months early in the year. Yeah, literally just read the sentence, you fucking idiot. Meanwhile, the North American International Championships will return in New Orleans in June 2025. Fans planning to head to New Orleans for the 2025 North American International Championships can also take advantage of a special benefit. Oh wow, America gets all the benefits. You can get discounted rates at hotels close to the event location and get a head start on planning for next year's competition. Well, that's nice. We don't do that in London. We just fleece you, bro, and we'll stab you. The Play Pokemon program is committed to creating the best possible experience for Pokemon competitors and fans. We look forward to the 2025 Championship Series season and working with our global community as the program continues to evolve for years to come. Many more exciting updates are in store for the Championship Series, including information about 2025. Yeah, okay, we don't care about that. Cool, so big changes. Big changes are afoot. And yeah, we're gonna have to all bear the brunt of it. So let's quickly now flip over once again to our favorite social media, X. Here's the original post on X about this event. Here's some reactions that I found quite interesting. One thing that I haven't seen anyone talk about: if you don't get an auto invite, you're never sure if you'll have an invite until the season's over. So you'll have to book your trip last minute or book it early without knowing you'll have your invite. Yes and no. The season kind of ends with NAIC now, right? So depending on when was NAIC, just quickly have a look. NAIC is the 13th to the 15th of June. So assuming that the World Championships is still in August, you've got plenty of time to book. Is that enough time? I don't know. I think it feels like enough time. So there's that. But it is an interesting point to make for sure. So Brankus137, thank you for that. They didn't message me. I'm just saying thanks for posting on X. Where are we going next? Let's have a look here. Yeah. So this is talking about the limits. If your graph is corrected, this is going to kill the scene. Limit the ICs to 1, otherwise it's literally going to come down to who has the biggest wallet instead of the actual best players. Regional tenants will have a mass fit. So I'm not sure if I'm against this. I think that's a good idea. Limit your internationals to 1. You could only play in 1. That seems like a good idea. Limit your internationals to 1. And my dog's barking. And yeah, and then I mean, we went through the maths of what you do if you do all 3 and you come top 32. So I think limiting it to 1 seems like a fair thing to do. I would like to see that change as well. Jesse Parker, I'm a huge fan of almost all of the regional word structure changes overall, and the new TPCI logo looks way cleaner. My goal for the 2025 season is simple: win a regional. Fair enough, Jesse. I wish you all the best, and I may do the same. Table 1, we've looked at that one. Quick one for Smart. Good. Killing ties. Killing ties. I don't know if ties. I mean, does the mathematical structuring kill ties? Maybe it does. I'm all for killing ties as well, by the way. Priority registration for ICs given top 32 ranked players per quarter. It's interesting. Yeah, IC locations, regional locations, wait and see. Harder to make day 2. CP structure, the not so good. Regional ICs being combined, not increasing cash pricing. Yeah, top 64 pricing would be nice. Lastly, I want to look at Flex Daddy. One thing we don't have any information about yet is entry fees. This is a very, very good point. Are the entry fees going to go up? Are we now going to be expected to play in more competitions at a higher cost? I don't know. I don't know the answer to these questions, ladies and gentlemen, but we are going to be finding out very soon about exactly how it goes. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you. Goodbye.